Welcome to Apartment Syndication Made Easy podcast, where we simplify the world of syndication. Join us as we unravel the complexities and provide you with valuable insights to help you invest smartly. Get ready to take your investments to the next level, one episode at a time. Here's your host, Mr. Vinney Smiles Chopra.
All right, guys, this is Vinney Chopra back again with Apartment Syndication Made Easy. As you know, I wrote that book, which has been a big seller in Amazon and got a lot of great raving reviews, over 350 or so close to in USA and about 100, 200 in India. I'm from India originally, as you know. Then I wrote my second book, which is Positivity Brings Profitability. On my trip to Europe and everything and Portugal, I just came back. I added 80 pages to this one. So I'm going to have second edition with more ammunition in it. So please, find it on Amazon and everything. Brother Edwin is here. Brother is here from, Colombia right now. You're in Colombia.
I'm coming to you live from South America, Vinney. Thank you for having me here today.
Oh, fantastic. Let me kind of introduce, Edwin right there, Carrion. And I have got his very beautiful website up on my screen and everything. So Edwin is a God-made millionaire. I love that when you said God-made. We'll dig into that, why you say that. Family-oriented investor and mentor. Throughout his run, he has founded several multi-million-dollar companies that specialize in real estate development, precious metals, transportation, logistics, investments, business education, consulting, all over, and 20 years of extensive experience. What I really liked was Edwin is a highly sought after, renowned speaker whose energy, passion, charisma, and personality have captured audiences around the world. So let's get hold of it because you're going to enjoy so much. Edwin's love and passion for living life to the fullest is fueled by three main core values that he gained while serving the United States Marines. Thank you, brother. That's so nice. Thank you. That's so great, which was an honor and courage and commitment, and also helping professional entrepreneurs achieve the success they deserve, life and business. So the 9 secrets of successful life and business, we're going to talk so many great things. So hold on to your horses. So Edwin, tell me, who is Edwin? What's his purpose in this earth?
Vinney, how you doing? And to everyone listening, let me start by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the world you're listening to us. Just like Vinney and myself, I love speaking and traveling the world to educate and inspire entrepreneurs into living a fulfilled life, right? And who's Edwin? Edwin, at this point of my stage in my life, I could tell you that my purpose is to continue growing as a person that is known for living my life to the fullest. And you might ask, what is living life to the fullest? Meaning that living the life that you dreamed of. It doesn't necessarily mean having hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank, or it doesn't mean having a family or having kids, meaning that living the life that you always dreamed of, living your dream life and fulfilling all those dreams that you had as a child. And that's who I am right now. I'm living my life the way that I designed my life, accomplishing all my dreams since I was a little kid, doing the check marks in every single part of my life and just enjoying life to the fullest, because I realized that God only gave us one life and is to take advantage of it.
I love it. What you're saying is exactly, I believe the same way. Sorry, my voice is a little bit hoarse. Yesterday it was almost gone, but today it's back a little bit. But you're so right, brother. This life is like a dot. If we look at on the timeline of like 2,000 years or even dinosaur years, if we say we are not even a speck if we live 200 years. So that's what I tell everybody. Don't have ego. Just give yourself the best to everybody without asking for anything in return. How do you live your life? So let me go into that. What are your foundational principles? That might be amazing to really capture those.
Right. And when you ask about that, what are the financial principles? I think we all have those. The only thing is that the biggest difference with me that I realized, and I always love to speak from my experience, right? Because that's the only thing that I could do, is that even though I had those principles and those values growing up and all along in my life, I didn't really talk to them the way that I do now. I wasn't really true to them. And I realized that as I was growing up, the moment that I wasn't sticking to my values, sticking to my beliefs, things didn't work out the right way. At the end, there was something that always happened until the moment that I said, you know what? I need to live by my true values, which is my faith in God, my faith in myself, my honor, my courage, commitment, being an honorable person, meaning keeping my word, doing what I said that I'm going to do, doing things courageous, not being afraid of taking chances, not being afraid of life, and being committed to the things that I dedicate and I put myself to. So if I get married, I'm committed to marriage. If I want to be a father, I'm committed to being a father. If I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm committed to being an entrepreneur, and there's no turning back on that. So the moment that I really started being committed and being true to my values and my beliefs, things just started changing for me in my life.
I love it. I love it. What you said is, I'm from India originally, and karma, karma is the word.
Yes.
Karma. A lot of people use that, which is very much what you just described. How we live our life with full passion, with helping everybody and making sure that everybody around us are also living a very, very healthy, balanced life. And what you're saying, so true, so true. So tell me, how was your upbringing? And were you born in USA, or kind of take us back to your roots? And
Yeah, no, I was born in Quito, Ecuador.
I've been there.
I told me.
I've been to Ecuador also when we went to Galapagos, and Amazon trip. We took it just before the pandemic. Oh my gosh, 2020. We went there for 6 weeks or 4 weeks or something. When we came back to USA, epidemic, all the airports shut down. 2 days after we came back. No, go ahead.
Nice. No. Beautiful. So I was born in Quito, Ecuador, in the capital, raised by a single mother, meaning that I had no father figure growing up. And my father figure was actually my mother and my aunts. Those were my father figures. And to tell you that growing up in a different country, on a very humble home, coming to the United States, to the world of abundance, our mindset changes, right? So, meaning, did I have a bad life growing up? No, because I was a kid, so I couldn't tell you what I was lacking, because I had my needs met. I had my shelter, I had my food, and I had my clothing. And pretty much those are our needs, right? Those are our main needs. From there on is everything else that we want in life. What else do we want in life? It's not so much as a need, but it's more of a want. And sure enough, when I came to the United States, I started fulfilling and figuring out what do I need to do in my life in order to achieve those wants, to get the Lamborghini, to get the $1 million house, to have the yacht, to have those expensive watches that I love to wear around. So those are the wants, right? But then at the end of the day, once you start acquiring all those things, then you start realizing, what is my real purpose in life? What am I here for? And that's when we start going deep down in our faith. And God spoke to me and told me, it's like, I gave you the gift and the dawn of being successful. And I gave you the dawn and the gift of being a person of value, being a person of God. So I need you to go out and preach that to the world and show the world by the material things that you have, so you go attract to them, because people get attracted to material things. Show them that by being attracted to those material things, now you could tell them that you acquire all those things because you had faith in me, because you believe in God, because you had faith in yourself. And that's exactly what my purpose turned out to be, that I have to educate and teach people that you can have anything that you want in your life, as long as you have faith. You believe in God, you believe in yourself. Whether you want to call your God Buddha, Jehovah, whatever you want to call it, but you have to have that faith.
So true, so true. Almighty, or the light, or the energy. Like in Indian culture, we have so many gods, and our religion, it's Christ, right? Jesus Christ, and then Buddha, in other cultures and all, and Quran, in Pakistani and Muhammad, a culture like that. You're right, but there is that force. Every prophet has taught us to live the best life ever, with uniformity, with balance, with being the best person we can be in our life. You're so right. The key thing I find is that, the mind is such a thing that we wander around. So let's go there, commitment and mindset, and then putting it into action. So let's just kind of delve into that. How do you teach somebody who does not want to, who's going in a downward spiral, right? And how do you help them? How do you help them?
And you said it right, Vinney. It's all about the mindset, right? So we have to think about, if we are a person of faith, how did God create us? God created us as an image of him, right? So we mean we're perfect in the image of God, in the eyes of God. So we start looking at that and thinking of that, then we have to see ourselves as the perfect human being. Once we start seeing ourselves as the perfect human being, we start believing in ourselves. Mm-hmm. Because then if we start continuing with those negative beliefs that I look ugly, I don't look good, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too tall, I'm too skinny, I'm never going to be, I'm not smart enough, I'm not intelligent enough. We start putting all those negative beliefs in our life. Yeah. That's what happens. We stop growing, we stop going down the spiral path that you mentioned. So we need to figure out, how do we get out of that? And the best way to get out of that is by getting closer and building that relationship with God, because the moment that we start doing that, we start building inner peace. Mm-hmm. And the moment that we start seeing that peace, that we don't need affirmation from nobody else, that's the moment that we start seeing exactly who we are. Mm-hmm. And whatever other people told us, we start embracing those things. And it's also part of embracing. And to talk about this, I'll give you a little story. Like for many, many years, there was one phrase that I hated, that there was a Marine that told me this, that he told me one day, it's like, you're a jack of all trades, master of none. And for many years, like that weighed me down. Like it made me feel that I was never going to amount to anything, because I was good at a lot of little things, but I was never great at one thing, right? So until I really started to embrace that in my life, that it's amazing to be jack of all trades. It's amazing to know a little bit about everything. You don't have to be an expert at everything, but if you know a little bit of everything, it just makes you a better person. So once I started embracing that into my life just changed completely, because I realized that, hey, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. That's good, because I know a little bit about everything. And that's why I'm so successful in so many industries and so many businesses right now, that I'm able to take a business and make it a multi-million-dollar company in no time, because I'm good at different industries. I'm good at different things.
Makes sense what you're saying. Looks like you froze a little bit, but no problem. But you're right. You're 100% right. See, when we are able to commit ourselves to any purpose, any passionate purpose, we could be good in this and this and this and this and this, built to last. I remember reading a book. They said, do not undermine yourself by saying, I can only do this thing, then I'll find time in 5 years to do that thing, and I'll find in 5 years life is going to go away. I mean, you don't have to have the attitude, I can only do this or this or this or this, but use the power of and, A-N-D. Remove the or with and. I can do this business. I can learn this one over here. I can do this also, and I can do this and this. The whole mindset totally changes into abundance. The whole mindset, you're just free. You're just like a new person when you start believing in those thoughts, and then you can accomplish a lot more. That's what you're talking about.
Yes. And to go back into that, to talk about that, it's like when I went bankrupt. When I went bankrupt in 2007, because the real estate market crashed. You're in real estate, so you understand this. You remember this.
Yeah.
I was telling myself, I was in a very negative place for a couple of months. I was like, you know what? I'm a failure. I'm a loser. How would I lose so much money? I lost over $20 million in assets.
Wow.
I'm like, wow. How do I do this? How did I lose? Like, why did I lose? Like, I'm never going to make all this money again. And that was negative talking to me, telling me how I was bad. But the moment I went to a seminar where it completely changed my mindset, the moment that I switched my mindset from negative to positive, at that moment, within a couple of weeks, I got a business opportunity into the gold buying business, and I jumped into the opportunity. And in less than 2 years, I was back on top, being a successful millionaire with a lot of money in the bank.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this was in mining, you said. Is that right? Gold mining or precious metals? I read in your resume also.
And the precious metals in the precious metals industry. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. So real estate, how did you get into real estate and what do you buy or what kind of businesses have you started in real estate? Oh, did we freeze?
Okay, so on the here, can you hear me good?
Yeah, we are good. We're good.
So on the real estate side, I've been doing real estate development for 22 years now. Not too long, just 22 years. I started building low-income single-family houses. And then from there on, when the market crashed, that I lost everything, I said to myself, like, Edwin, when I come back into real estate, I'm going to come back and I'm going to build luxury homes. And that's sure enough what I did. Once I sold my second major company, I got back into real estate development, building mansions, building projects between $3 to $5 million. And I love those because I'm building the American dream, right? That's when you're building somebody else's dream. And that has the purpose for that. So I build high-end luxury single-family homes or low-end multifamily projects. So those are my things.
Gosh, two spectrums, two special spectrums. I'm a very good friend of mine. I live near San Francisco in Danville, Blackhawk, which is about 30 miles from San Francisco. And my very good friend actually builds and renovates luxury homes right there in San Francisco, 10 million to 20 million, actually. It takes him 2 years to renovate everything and make, 5 to 10 million, on the exit. So I see what you're saying. Another good friend of mine from Los Angeles area, he was also doing the same thing, like, luxury homes in the Los Angeles area, Newport Beach area. He was doing very, very successfully. So congratulations. I'm in the syndication business. So I build from scratch, like assisted senior livings and hotels. And I also buy apartment buildings and all. That's what my business has been, right there. Yeah, yeah. So let's get into some more.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Great. That's an awesome. I said that's an awesome avenue too. Assisted living facility is huge. It's very nice.
They are. See, 10,000 baby boomers are turning 65 every night. Every single night, 10,000 people are becoming seniors in USA. It's going to keep on going like that for the next 8 years. 8 years. And then we have 70 years of age and 80 years of age. They're also turning 80 and 70 every night, like 4,000, 5,000, like that. So they need assistance in, living facilities. So that's what, I'm also into that. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that it seems that you read the book Upside, right? Which is it's a great book that talks about the migration of people, right? And a lot of people don't follow demographics, and that's one of the things that you need to do based on the business that you're in, right? Is follow those demographics to see if your audience of your target market is within that demographics.
Exactly. Actually, I've been doing those research since 2007. So I started my business. I used to have single family homes myself, Edwin. So I started in the crash. Can you believe it? So it just worked for me in the sense that I started buying good low properties. And now I buy $64 million deals, $54 million deals. But my first one was $180,000 deal. 180,000 for 14 units. That's right. But now we are buying bigger and better because I have the power of syndication. And I'm not teaching anybody, but this is it right there. Apartment syndication made easy. So essentially, I pool money together from my family, friends legally. This way I can scale up. I can scale it up more and buy bigger deals and give 70% of the cash flow to my investors and 30% we keep as general partner. Yeah. But take me through your program. Like what I know it's like 23 minutes, but go ahead and kind of share. How can people reach you and what you are able to teach them? Yeah.
Okay, so what I teach is after speaking, I started trying to teach people real estate development, and I taught quite a few people about real estate development. And I realized that not everybody likes real estate development, right? Real estate is not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And with the experience and the success that I had in multiple industries, people started reaching out to me about business. It's like, Edwin, how do you grow a business? How do you scale a business? How do you do this business? So then last year, I really decided to start teaching people how to scale their businesses, how to go from a wannabe entrepreneur to a real entrepreneur, from a business owning them to a business owner. Because at this moment, I'm running 4 multi-million-dollar companies, and if I work 20 hours a week, it's a lot of time that I work, right? It's a lot. So it's teaching people how do you gain your time back, and how do you grow your business, and how do you have the balance in life. So that's pretty much what I teach. I teach entrepreneurs that have started a business, how do we get to the first million? Because I think that's the hardest part in any type of business, is right, getting to the first million. Because once you get to the first million, then the rest is easy, right?
Yeah.
And to beginner entrepreneurs, I also have another program which is called a Startup to Millions 365, which is a program where I teach people that want to get into business. What are the steps? How do I get into business? What do I need to do to start? And again, I try to make it very affordable, but it's very, I hold people accountable. I want people to go in to invest in themselves, but I love to hold people accountable in order for them to do the work, in order for them to be successful. And the reason I do that is because I guarantee that I want to invest in those small businesses. I'm an investor in the small businesses. And my guarantee is, if you come into my program, I'm going to invest my own capital in your business. I'm either going to buy into your business, or I'm going to invest capital into your business. Why? Because there are two things here. Number one, I believe in what I teach. And number two, that if this person learn from me, he's going to be successful. And if he's going to be successful, that is the best investment that you could do, because it's better than real estate, because it's going to grow and it's going to appreciate faster.
Totally. No, I agree with you 1000%. Teaching the skills to be really growth oriented and be a better entrepreneur. That's the beauty of it. How can people reach you, Edwin? Oh, you froze again. Looks like a little bit you froze. Yeah. Are you able to hear me? Yeah, I think you froze again, but
Yes, sir.
anyway, we can kind of wrap it up. I know you froze a little bit, but no problem. How can people reach you? We'll put the links also underneath, but how can people reach you, Edwin? Yeah.
Okay, people can reach me at my website, edwincarrion.com. I have all the links to my social media channels, and I'm very active in Instagram and Facebook, so you can reach out to me directly into Instagram and Facebook. And going to my website, so you're able to get my free book, 9 Secrets for a Successful Life and Business.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Edwin. God bless you with all the success in your life. And, and again, guys, if you like the nuggets we shared, please give us a 5-star review or a written review on iTunes or Stitcher. We really appreciate that. We'll see you next time on another episode. This is Vinney Chopra signing off.